So one of our members said the 1-3x is so powerful, and he said, is it because both of the sides of the range get taken out and then expand? And this is why the 1-3x or 1-3-2 is so powerful. So when we're looking at any broadening formation, such as today we had one on the Qs, the broadening formation is going to start from going inside of a previous range. And what you're going to notice is today the Qs, they went to the highs to the lows. This did go outside of the morning range, and then notice we get stuck inside. So they poke up, trying to make the new highs, too weak to do so. They try to make the new lows, too weak to do so. So these two bars become an inside bar to all of this morning range here. Then these two bars go outside of this bar, which is still an inside bar to this. And then once that occurs, the 225er here gets you back into this 3, which is an inside bar. So this is a 1, and then this is a 3. 225er. These all go outside of that. And that fails to make the low. So your equilibrium or your consolidation is still this. And it's always going to be a 1 until you take this out or this out, which is why the try forms, because tries will form once you go inside a previous range. Restarting price discovery. So when we have the 3225er here off low a day, or right above low day, this is trying to do what? It's trying to go outside of this. And now the range is big enough where we can measure it out. We can say that's a $2.27 range. So we're going to use the 5er to try and set up the 15 to go 2-2 or set up an inside bar. And that will set up the 30 rev strat where you can see the 1 pokes down back into the range. Where is it going? The other side of that 1. And then the rev strat occurs here for the 30-60 guys. And now, since we know it's going to try and go from here to here, if this 5er doesn't reverse against, we can look to add. And that's how you use the 5 and then the 15 break and then the 30 break. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 makes high a day. So you get the adds down in here, and you want to be as long as you've ever been once it makes the high. Because what we're looking for is if we have continuity, where we're above the day open, above the week open, and above the month open, what we know is the buyers are more aggressive. And what that means is once we do make a new high, there's a chance the buyers step up into that and continue to buy because they're more aggressive than the sellers. So if we go back down in here, we want to get long, 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 long. You can partial here, and this goes against, but leave the majority of that stuff still open unless you're forced to close. And what you'd want to do is, you can see the 30. If you don't get a 30 reversal against, such as you can see it goes inside and it's potentially going 2-1-2 continuation, this is a reason to add even more. So you can partial some and then add back once you get more evidence that's going to try and do that. And the evidence there is a simultaneous break. So we saw SPY doing that. Right here, rev strat 30. Notice they go inside. They make a slight lower low to the mother bar, and then that sets up the 5 into the 15 into the 30, which creates the 60 signal here as well. And that's trying to go to the other side of the mother bar, or the 3. And same thing, you go on the 15, 2, 2, 2, 2, slight lower low, but all this stuff down here is still good, and then 2 up, 3, 2. So second 60 of these breaks now. This is a 2-2 reversal. This reconfirms that, so we're going to try and take the high day out. Because we failed one side of that, we're going to the other side. And this happens all the time. So like, for example, we looked at LI. You can see it goes inside 60, stuck. These 3 hours get stuck inside of that. They make the new high and fail. Where's it trying to go? The other side of this range and take out all these guys. And we can see if we go look left, happens all the time. This goes inside, they poke down, they fail. Where's it trying to go? Back up into the other side of the range. This is just a simpler way of identifying your try because it shows you when you go inside to create the new one, when you fail one side of the range, back through a previous range, which is how you stop people out, create winning positions. So whenever we're looking at something that's really bright green, like yesterday in the China names, when that's bright green day and bright green 2 up week and bright green 2 up month, since price has to trade in that direction and we know they're more aggressive to the upside, when we go in there yesterday, anytime this pulls off of high a day and then goes and takes a new high, it's creating a triangle and it's making the new high. So every time it does that is a way in. So the 122 rev strat was the start of the day. And actually, we're going to go to PDD, as that was the one we traded. But you'll see the same thing. Bright green day, 2-2 reversal, 2 up week, inside month and up. So if you go in there, when this goes 2 down, that stops people out, traps people short, and creates that try in the lower time frame. So once it starts failing these lows, we're looking to take that out. And since they're more aggressive to the upside, we want to get as long as we can to make high a day. Once it does that, we want to see the buyers step up, and they do. And then you get another reversal here to partial, reduce some position, let them stop people out. Notice the tight stop guys, they put their stops all right in here. And then the hammer here. What is that doing? These 2 bars went inside of all this previous range. Then they poke down. When it fails, where's it going? Trying to take the high of that out. Boom. These bars go outside of that. So if you go down in there, the 225 sets up the 15. The 2215 sets up the 2230. And on a 60 basis, 2 go 3 for the outside bar. We can also identify the inside the inside 60. We call this a sideways 60, where these 2 bars go inside of this. So you have the 5, 15, 30, and the inside 60 here to buy. Then it makes the new high, and it doesn't come back, giving you the winning position. Then the same thing happens in here. They triangle out. Notice all this action gets stuck inside of the previous range, creating the new try up in here. Then this morning, they poke down, bottom of the try, then top of the try, and that was it. Now they're forming another mother bar. So going into like next week, we want to let it get out of this first. So we'd prefer it takes the low out and then give us a 3 to the upside, but there you go.